What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to JJD TV. I'm your host, Josh, and I'm in a completely different room, a little different setup. This is a very last-second decision because, as some of you guys know, a house is going up beside us, right beside where I actually shoot. So this is very impromptu. I'm in my girlfriend's sewing room, in case you're wondering, what's up. But I hope it does well. I mean, I'm right beside a window, so we got to make do with what we got. So we're coming at you with the match preview between the upcoming derby, the game between Borussia Dortmund and Schalke. We're going live because producer T and I have been very swamped working with Dortmund, coming up with some other stuff as well. So this is what we got for you guys today, and I'm just excited to be able to chat with some of you guys and just see who's excited, get some score predictions. But to start it all off, let's just quickly take a look at the previous matchups between Borussia Dortmund and Schalke. And honestly, on paper, over the last countless seasons, we are the favorites. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. We've been the better squad, but honestly, Schalke has surprised us in a few matches over the last few years, and especially in some very important matches. If you guys look at right there on screen, you can see him clear as day. The 4-2 loss was something else, man. It was, in my opinion, probably the most devastating loss I've ever experienced to Schalke, because we were in a title challenge. We had genuinely 3 points. If we would have won that game, for example, we could have won the league. On paper, we would have won the league if we would have won that game, and it just shows what a rivalry, what a derby can really mean to one another, because it's up in the air. It honestly is. Even though Schalke's going through some interesting times, honestly, so are we. We're not in Borussia Dortmund-like form. Schalke is in, I don't even know how to describe their form, but the games are probably a little bit more open than some people may seem, even because those big results that Schalke had against us over the years have been still against relatively lackluster Schalke sides. But that's the thing, that's the beauty about derbies, man. Everybody shows up on game day. But earlier in the season, we did take them on, and we did beat them 3-0, which, at home, business as usual, easy peasy. But this one, I think, is going to be a little bit more challenging. I think Schalke is finding a little bit better form, and it'll be an interesting little matchup. So what we want to talk about today also is that, as a lot of you guys probably know by now, we're streaming over on Dortmund's Twitch this weekend with none other than Patrick Owomoyela. So hopefully you guys will be able to tune in and take a little look at that. We will be able to take the footage, create it into an interview type video for you guys. So in case you can't make the interview, it will be up here on our YouTube channel. So to come in today, we got a hello. We got a Dan saying 4-0 Dortmund, like the last derby in a long time. And that is very, very true. In my opinion, I don't think Schalke, if they get relegated, will bounce back up quite that quickly. So yeah, I totally agree. Sebastian says 3-2, a lot closer scoreline, which, like I said, this derby's completely up in the air. It could potentially be the option. Wait, did you move? No. The house is going up right beside where I live, so where we film is very loud right now because of construction going on. So I had a makeshift little room, but I like the look of it. I like the feel. It's fine. 3-1 BVB. Studying this game here. Tactical Manager's here. He's actually doing a watch along on YouTube for the game, as he's going to be keeping an eye on the two young Americans, Matthew Hoppe and, of course, Gio Reyna. But Tactical Manager, I'm going to bring up the lineup for you guys, and my prediction, unfortunately, for you is not going to have Gio in it. So we're going to switch into the lineup right here so you guys can get a little idea of what I'm assuming the lineup is going to look like. A lot of you guys are familiar with the formation we played with. It is the 4-3-2-1. I'm really looking forward to see this formation. I hope that Terzic goes with it. I think that there's been too many holes in our midfield that has just honestly led to too many chances. And I think that this change in shape and the way that we played against Sevilla was absolutely fantastic. So this is what I'm going to go with. So in that, we have hits. Again, there's not really debate. Berkey's still out. Right back, I was debating. I almost did put Meunier. Or I almost did put Marai, but I think Meunier, just because he's probably the preferred option, and he's probably back to full health fitness right now. I'm assuming he may sneak in there instead of Marai, but it wouldn't surprise me if Marai got the start, considering he had a good game against Sevilla. The usual duo of center backs of Akanji, Hummels, Guerrero as our left back. And then my favorite part, and I'm curious to see what you guys have to say, it's our midfield. It's the three center mids, which I think is going to take this team to a whole different level in the way that we honestly go forward and the way that we defend. We know we have an unbelievable amount of attacking options, which is why we don't usually struggle to create chances. It's when we don't create those chances, we get hit on the counter. And our midfield has been so lackluster I think it's a stroke of genius that Terzic went with this formation, and I see him sticking with it. And these are the three I'm probably going to go with. I'm going to put Dahoud back in there. Come on. You have to. You absolutely have to. He is on the thumbnail today for a reason. I think he's going to play a big part in the rest of the season. I really do. I've been saying it all year long. I've been praying for it, and I think his time has finally come, where I'm hoping he's going to start the majority of the games. And there's even rumors that Marco Rose is keeping an eye on him and potentially is going to have him in his plans for next season. So Dahoud's absolutely in there alongside Jude. And I have a feeling that Delaney's going to come in instead of Chan for the more defensive of the three midfielders. And then the front three, the two attacking midfielders will be Sancho and Royce, and of course Haaland. So tactical manager's probably hoping Gio sneaks in there instead of potentially Royce or Sancho. But this is the formation I'm picking, hoping that you guys agree with it. And let me know what you think, because I'm really excited to see how this formation hopefully will blossom. I think it's a much more balanced look to a very fragile defending abilities that we have. So it looks so good in Sevilla. Let's hope it looks the same here in Schalke. So we have a 2-1 prediction for a couple different people here for Dortmund. I like that. No, not on Twitch. If it helps, I'm joined by Patrick Owomoyela. So they're assuming that my curse is legitimate. So they're gonna instead come at us with Patrick Owomoyela to hopefully balance it a little bit. So that should be pretty cool. Yes, the final Revierderby. It's sad to think, but I honestly think it is. I don't see Schalke staying up, and I don't see them bouncing back anytime soon. So it could be the last Revierderby for some time, and honestly, wouldn't surprise me. 3-3 hat tricks from. Oh, get tactical manager out here. Come on, you have to. I told you, you have to cheer for Dortmund. You can say 4-3, 4 goals for Reina. 3-0. I reckon 4-1 to us. Some big one. 4-3-3 Dahoud, please. It's what we're all praying for, guys. It's what we're all praying for. Send me info here. I need this preview. Shouldn't we rest some players? And arguably, I don't know. I mean, the nice thing about this formation is that it actually suits some of our needs. So the back line, no, there's no one really to rest. I mean, I don't see Schultz starting in front of Guerrero. We have no other center back options. Hits is obviously our goal. You could debate whether you want to keep Meunier rested for a little bit, but he hasn't played in a while, so technically he's a rested player instead of Marai. Dahoud's rested. I mean, he's had all season off pretty much so far, so you might as well keep him going. You could arguably put Chan back in, but one of them's got to get rested. So Delaney obviously didn't have the Sevilla game, so he's coming in relatively rested, and then Jude's get a little bit more minutes as well. It's for me, the option you could rest is you're not going to rest Haaland again. These points are important, man, especially with Frankfurt taking on Bayern this weekend. It's an opportunity for us to cut into that lead they have in the Champions League. So Haaland's absolutely starting. The only options you could really have is you could potentially throw Brandt or Gio in for Sancho and Royce. I don't know. I have a feeling if one happened, I'd say probably Brandt instead of Royce, but I honestly feel like this is probably going to be the starting 11. But you never know. But that's where the options would come in. But really, the 4-3-2-1 plays fast. I'm not sure what you mean. Frieden against Schalke, though. I don't know. There's nothing wrong with having an extra midfielder, man. You see what Dahoud can do. Like he's a very technical player. He's good. Got good long range shooting. He can get up in the play. I think this is just the most balanced formation we've had in some time, and I desperately hope that Terzic sticks with it. Gio might come on in the game then. He probably will. He didn't come on, I don't think, in the Sevilla game, if I'm thinking back to it. So I have a strong feeling that Gio will at some point come on for this game. I suggested the 3-man mid a while back in the stream, and you told me it was a bad idea. I do. I remember saying that. But to my defense, you said 4-3-3. And when I thought of a 4-3-3, I thought the traditional 4-3, like the two wingers and the striker. But I do remember a couple people, and obviously it was you, my friend, who did suggest a 4-3-3, and I did shut it down. I did, because I didn't see us having a effective extra winger. Sancho could potentially play it out wide. I didn't like to see Brandt or Hazard, because he was still injured, or even Gio out on the other wing. I just thought it was not playing to our strength, and that would also eliminate basically Brandt, Reina, and Royce playing out of position. So I didn't know exactly. This is a modified 4-3-3. It's a 4-3-2-1, which those two attacking midfielders, Sancho and Royce, and it could even be Brandt and Reina, are going to play just right tucked in under the striker, and it just creates for a much more easily flowing front three. But you did. I mean, and a couple people did. They said 4-3-3, switch it up. But I just didn't see the way that they were going to do that because they wanted to have a center attacking midfielder position, which they kind of adjusted in a very unique way. But it is very cool to see. Mo Dahoud, our Lord and Savior, can save us for the rest of the season. I'm hoping he's going to play, and Dahoud has to play. And again, I'm praying he does. It has to be of time. If he doesn't start in the derby, I'm going to freak out. I will not understand it, and it wouldn't surprise me, just given his season, but, I mean, he has to start. We face them in the Cup next season. That is true. 4 goals. There you go. Yeah, we can face in the Cup. That is true. We could. But why is the media so toxic with the release clause of Haaland? Yeah, I don't know what's going to go on with the release clause. I've been reading so many different things, whether it exists, whether it's 75, whether it's 100, whether it's not even there. Who honestly knows? People are saying it's a bidding war, like a little tactic, but I don't know. Isn't Hazard fit? I don't know if he's going to be fit for this game. He's getting there. From what I read, I don't think he's going to be on the bench, but I could be wrong. If Dahoud plays this weekend, I will be happy. Me too, 100%. And yes, I literally read an article that said that Marco Rosa is potentially planning to have Dahoud a part of his squad, which is incredible. The Christmas tree formation, huh? 100%. 100%. Honestly, if we can beat Sevilla, we can beat Schalke. I'm predicting a landslide win for us in the Revierderby. Yeah, but you guys forget I'm streaming on their Twitch, so, you know, the bad luck could technically be there. But no, in all honesty, we should have a good outing against them, especially coming off that very confident win. Well, I didn't expect you would remember that. P.S. I think it would be better if Moukoko starts. And that's where I disagree with you, my friend. But you know, I do remember people saying 4-3-3s, and I did shut them down because I was I was thinking about traditional wingers, and I just didn't think that they would go out of the way to put Reina, Royce, and of course Gio completely out of position because I don't think they're very effective as a natural winger. I didn't even think of this beautiful Christmas tree formation, but it makes so much sense because Brandt and Gio can play exactly where Sancho and Royce can, and it puts that extra body in the midfield, which, in my opinion, completely turned this team around. Moukoko, again, if he started, you could potentially start him instead of Haaland, which I don't believe they will do. And you could potentially even put him in as one of the attacking mids, which, again, I don't think they'll probably do. I don't think Moukoko will start this. Not that he shouldn't, but I don't think that he will. But it'll be pretty interesting, man. I'm looking really forward to it. I think if Dahoud stays fit, he can revive his career. What do you think? I was on Dahoud's side from the moment he played in that Super Cup, man. Me and a few people on this channel were so impressed. He only played a handful of games all season, but every time he has, I always thought he was a bit of a game changer. And in Sevilla, he actually absolutely showed it. Just drop Hazard on the starting 11 because he's a part of the match, the last Revierderby. I don't know exactly. You should probably look into that a little bit more about where his fitness is. I believe he's getting relatively close to coming back, but I don't know exactly where he's at. Chan should start. We missed the true physicality in the midfield. And I wouldn't be surprised if Chan starts. If Chan came into this starting 11, I feel like he'd potentially come in for Bellingham or even maybe Delaney, because Delaney just obviously had a very important part of his life. Maybe he's not feeling a little rested. I'm not overly sure, but this is what I'm reading and what I'm assuming. I want Moukoko to play his first Revierderby, but not starting, maybe on the bench. Me as well. Hello, everyone. I've never been around so many BVB fans. There we go, my friends. Well, if you're new around the community, be sure to subscribe and join us for the watch along on Dortmund's Twitch, where I will be interviewing Patrick Owomoyela before the game, and we'll make sure we crop that though and put this out on YouTube. So, yeah, I mean, a lot of you guys are saying well, not a lot. A few people reached out to me and said, "Hey, man, what do you think about getting knocked out against Sevilla?" And I said, and I get the point because you focus on top 4, which is the most important thing. But the reason I didn't want to obviously get knocked out is A, I want to stay in the Champions League, but B, it can lift your team. You saw the emotion on Haaland, the emotion on Terzic, the emotion on Royce. That win meant so much. They showed that they can compete with the best. They had a 3-2 away victory against a very informed Sevilla team. They should be going into this game with huge confidence, especially Terzic. He's the one who decided to make a rapid change. He went to a 4-3-2-1, which is a formation I've never seen Borussia Dortmund play. And it worked incredibly, and they looked like a completely different team. The back 4 was aligned, the back 3 and the midfield just above the back 4 when they were defending. It looked beautiful. And then you have enough talent up front that if you can defend from the back, get the ball to the front 3, and they can create some magic, which obviously Holland did, as well as Dahoud decided to roll up there once and just hit a screamer. So I'm really excited, and I hope they stick with this formation, because even against teams that are lower in the table, when they do the 4-2-3-1, I still think that midfield looks a little too vulnerable. So I know it's Schalke, but I want to see this formation. And like I said, you could still squeeze some other people in. Marai could potentially come in. Brandt or Gio could come in instead of Royce or Sancho, and of course Chan as well. So I'm definitely looking forward to it. Chan can play right back. Please don't start Meunier. That is a very good point. Very good point. Actually, yeah, if Chan came into this squad, I bet you he would slide into that right back spot for right now. Very well said. What are your takes about this upcoming match? My takes are stick with this formation. Again, you could squeeze in some personnel here or there, and then just try to play your game. Roll on the confidence you just had against Sevilla. This Schalke side, in all honesty, should stand no chance, but this has been a wild season for Dortmund of us dropping points, but it's the derby, man. It means that Dortmund will come fired up, but it also means Schalke will come fired up, so they need to be fired up. They need to be excited, and they need to roll on the performance they had against Sevilla, and honestly, they need to run over the Schalke side, and I'm hoping they can do it, and I'm honestly really looking forward to the match. And of course, talking with Patrick Owomoyela. Come on. Who's not excited for that? You guys can join in, maybe ask some questions as well. We can see what we can do there. Paslak and Marai are both better than Meunier. Yes, but like you said, Chan is who I would go with if we don't start Meunier. I wanted to see Dortmund go after Koundé or Carlos, but after seeing them all and throw them around, no thanks. Well said. I would still take either one, to be honest. Giving Meunier a chance, I respect it. I'm doing honest opinion. Like, I'm not saying Meunier should start. I'm saying, in my opinion, I think he will start. I think Terzic wants to see Meunier in there over anyone else because he's their right back. But it wouldn't surprise me if maybe Chan or Marai got in there. Oh, please don't stream it via Twitch again. It has been cursed since you're doing it. I know. Again, if we don't win on their Twitch, I don't know if I'm going to get invited back. But like I said, it's not just me now. Owomoyela is there. They're hoping it's going to, wake something up. But yeah, if I can't get a win on their Twitch against Schalke, I won't be invited back. Come on. We know this. We know this. We got a 3-1 scoreline, a 2-0 scoreline. Drop Gio in the starting 11. The future U.S. men will meet each other. He could go in instead of Royce, in my opinion. Honestly, it would be good with a win. I am the biggest Marco Royce fan of all time. Hope he scores. I hope he does as well, my friend. The Sevilla match, we conceded 2 goals. I feel like we're unlucky with the deflection, and we did miss marking the second one, though I think we're doing better now. The shape was the reason we defended better, but yeah, it was an unlucky first goal, and set pieces has always bit us in the butt, and unfortunately, it wasn't the best one. But here is Dortmund's Twitch. If you guys want to head over there, you can obviously follow Dortmund, keep an eye on that, and that's where we will be live with Owomoyela on tomorrow. And yeah, and then we also have our Twitch as well, like we're trying to get hyped back up. So if you guys are interested in some FIFA content, you can follow us on our Twitch as well, which we'll be working with Dortmund, and hopefully can fire some of that stuff as well. Yasin, how you doing, my friend? Paslak definitely isn't better than Meunier. All right, last one of the day. This is going to be the game that breaks the curse. What a perfect one. Perfect one to end on. And I'm really excited about it, man. I really am. It's going to be a lot of fun. Pretty excited to meet Patrick Owomoyela. I'm hoping you guys will enjoy that. It's been a big reward here for all the hard work we put in and all the support you guys have shown us on the channel. And I'm a little nervous because I'm mostly nervous that if we don't beat Schalke, then I am cursed. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. It's I'm cursed, and then I'll probably be let go. But it's okay. But it has to be. And I'm watching highlights, and we're coming up with a pretty cool Schalke and Dortmund highlight video for you guys to enjoy before the game as well, which are some of my favorite moments that we got permission from Dortmund to use some of the highlights. So it's pretty cool to put that together, and I really hope you guys enjoy it tomorrow. So this is our little match preview, guys. I really appreciate everyone coming in. I'm going to pop this up on that. So if any of you guys have Twitch, go and follow us on Twitch as well. It is a nice little way to connect with Borussia Dortmund's Twitch, because like I said, we obviously have the partnership with them, and to keep the channel growing, to keep hopefully our Twitch going, will give us a shot to be able to, do this as our job. So Borussia T has been putting a ton of effort in and did a fantastic job on our little background here. And I hope you guys like my make-do office, because it had to be done. It had to be done. So yeah, guys, that is all. So just head over to Twitch this weekend. Enjoy a nice little interview with Patrick Owomoyela and myself, and then some of the other fan clubs around the world. We got Boston, Atlanta, and New York's there as well. So we're gonna be talking to some of the head club fan base is there, and it should be pretty fun. So we appreciate it again, guys. And if you're new down here, be sure to comment. Oh, I got to read this last one. Come on. Borussia T is underrated for real. He is, man. He is. He did an amazing one. But yes, sorry guys. Stream is ending. I need to go back to work. So I'm on my lunch. So yeah, follow us on Twitch right there. Help us keep growing. And like I said, Borussia T and I can do this for our living, and we're on our way there. And it's thanks to all the support you guys have shown us. It's been absolutely incredible. So to wrap it all up, guys, thank you so much. Be sure to comment, like, subscribe, and we'll see you next time.